Good boy. So, Bracken. Heel work, progress. So, because he's so highly driven, good lad, because he's such a feisty, really highly driven working dog, which is great, we were struggling, or not struggling, but we were not getting the progress that we would like in the time that we've got him out on a field. For obvious reasons. It was too overstimulating, there was too much scent here, there was too much going on. And he was struggling to understand when we wanted him to work and when we didn't want him to work. So we've purposefully brought him on tarmac because of all of those reasons are minimised. Lower scent, there's not sort of scent paths or tracks of wildlife on the floor for him to get distracted by. So if you're teaching a dog to heel, go to a Tesco's car park out of hours. Go to, your local big piece of concrete flooring, and it will help you, it will aid you, it will give you a better fighting chance of not having the dog constantly distracted. Heel, sit. Good boy. Not having the dog constantly distracted, and it'll give you half a chance to actually tell him and for him to learn where we actually want him to be. So, really good progress with this little spaniel here in relation to no longer pulling like a train. Heel. Now, I always say keep your left hand loose down the side of your body. Don't move your left hand. And if it helps you, put your left thumb in your pocket to stop the dog from being able to pull you. Likewise, if you watch on the right hand side, do it with your right arm. But the key thing is we don't want to be giving the dog line. We don't want to be allowing the dog the length of our arm to be able to pull us all around the environment that dog's currently in. Heel. But now he's realised where we actually want him to be. I would never hold a lead like this, but this is just to kind of demonstrate that he's walking perfectly fine. Heel. In the position that I want him to be in without any sort of pressure or force or tugging on the lead or anything like that. So this lead is basically for a kind of an emergency really. So heel, if he was to get distracted, we could check him, we could rely on the pressure that the line would go tight. But as you can see, sit, good boy, good lad, lots and lots of progress in relation to the brilliant little Bracken not pulling us around the field anymore. Heel, distracted there slightly. Now this is what I mean about the emergency of the lead. So if I need to give him a little check, good. Didn't need to then because we were on tarmac. If that was out in the field, he would have followed that scent, he would have followed it and tried to drag me across the field. So a bit of talking and teaching there at the same time in an issue that is reality, that we still need to have a lead on, even though we're not relying upon the lead. So we want to get to the point where he's happy trotting along, heel, but he reacts to the word heel. He knows what heel means. I'm no longer having to handle him round or lure him round. He now hears me say heel and does just this. Heel. Good boy. So he now knows what the word means. He now knows the position that we want him to be in, but he now knows the command or the word that connects those two things together. Heel. So another thing of what we want is for us just to stop and for him to either sit or look at us or engage upon us. We want him to be constantly thinking, what have you stopped for? All right? If he's looking at us, we can have a conversation. We can have a conversation with him. But this is the element of what we want from him, where I can just continue to talk, but I stop and he stops. Heel. Good boy. Good boy. good lad. And if he sits, it's a bonus. Great stuff. But we want him to be visually aware of us enough to the point of he either stops because we've taught him to do so, or he sits, or he looks at us. We need that engagement. We need that connection everywhere that we go. Good boy. Just like that. So, healing. Lots and lots of good progress with little young Bracken, and he is just going to be just fine, aren't you, buddy? Yes, you are.